spot. I'm feeling good. The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Just check it out. I'm gonna light it up. Yeah, I'm gonna light it up. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out. Check me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 69th Commencement exercises of Merrimack College. Please be aware of your closest lanes to the rear gates of the stadium in case of emergency. I now declare the 69th Commencement exercises of Merrimack College open. Please rise. Father Raymond DeLugos of the Order of St. Augustine, our Vice President for Mission and Ministry, will deliver the invocation.
With St. Augustine we pray. Great are you, O God, and worthy of praise. How limitless is your power, how immeasurable your ways of wisdom. You have made us so that we long for you, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. We ask you this morning, O God, to send forth your spirit of love upon us. As we celebrate this commencement exercise, allow our pride in the accomplishments and achievements of the class of 2019 to culminate in gratitude to you and love for one another. We thank you for entrusting the care, learning, and growth of these men and women to this community. Continue to accompany them on their ongoing journey to know themselves and to know you. Guide them on their search for wisdom and truth. Inspire and empower them to serve the human community with their gifts and generous spirits. Bless the families and friends who have come to join in this celebration today. May the sacrifices they have made be repaid in abundance. Continue to bless this college with your presence and wisdom, so that we may all continue to search for you, find you loving us, and honor you through love and service to each other. We ask this in the name of Jesus, our brother, and Christ, our teacher. Amen.
Please remain standing. And join us in singing the national anthem, led by the Commencement Choir, directed by Dr. Hugh Hinton. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to present the 8th president of Merrimack College, Dr. Christopher E. Hopi.
Thank you, Professor Looney and Father Ray. It is my pleasure to welcome you all, parents, family, friends, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, campus leaders, and most importantly, the graduates of the year 2019. This is a special moment in each of your lives, and together we celebrate your success. Today marks the culmination of your hard work and your time here at Merrimack. We know you did not travel this road alone. Each of you has been encouraged, advised, and sustained by many others on this journey. Parents, families, friends, spouses, and colleagues, we thank you for everything you have done to ensure these students are here today. Students, please rise and join me in applauding all those who made this day possible for you. Please rise. Round of applause. Please be seated. Students, during your time at Merrimack, you have forged relationships with professors and peers. You have fashioned lifelong bonds with classmates and teammates. And you have formed the basis of your personal and professional lives. I have been privileged to hear from so many of you the stories of joy, struggles, tears, and triumphs of your years here. Every spring, the college chooses one undergraduate and one graduate student to tell their stories on behalf of their fellow graduates, students who embody the best of Merrimack. Representing our graduate students is Samantha Carrera of Groton, Massachusetts, who has earned a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling after completing her bachelor's in psychology. She will be working at a child and adolescent therapy clinic in Saco, Maine. Please join me in welcoming Samantha.
President Hopi, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, fellow students, and guests. 6 years ago, during undergraduate orientation, I sat in the Rogers Center as a nervous yet excited freshman, really just wondering when President Hopi was going to tell us the Dunkin' Donuts was going in on campus. Little did I know that a few moments later, I would hear some of the most impactful words ever said to me on this campus. President Hopi addressed our class and said, "If you go through Merrimack without ever being challenged, then we have done you a complete disservice." Those are words that you hear and don't really understand until you're faced with a situation that requires every ounce of your being and then some. And don't get me wrong, my undergrad career was not easy, and I definitely faced challenging moments. Congratulations to the undergraduate class. You have no doubt earned the right to be proud of yourselves. The challenge that I think comes closest to what President Hopi meant for me was graduate school. Grad school is no joke, so a huge congratulations to my fellow graduate students. We did it. During my last year of graduate school, my clinical training had ramped up. I was staying up later to finish classwork, and I got the sense that it was time to rise to the challenge that President Hopi had alluded to 6 years prior. I stand before you today not to impart some vast wisdom as if I have extensive life experience, but rather to inspire you to reflect on who you are and what you value. I hope to instill a couple of pearls of wisdom from what I've learned in my 24 short years of life. The idea of a challenge is subjective by nature because each person's challenge looks, feels, and sounds different. Maybe your challenge was a final project, caring for a sick loved one, applying for jobs, or working with difficult group members or employees. Maybe it's a rocky relationship with a friend or a family member. Or maybe your challenge is coping with mental health concerns and you're finding it difficult to just get out of bed. Telling you to rise to the challenge would be dismissive of the uniqueness and individuality of everyone sitting in front of me. However big or small you deem your challenge to be, it is valid and it deserves to be heard. I want to talk to you today about some of my personal challenges that I have recently faced, and I'm optimistic that they might ring true for someone today. As part of my graduate training, all students in the clinical mental health counseling program must complete a 700-hour internship. Having only ever worked with kids, I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and try working with a new population. I chose an internship in a substance abuse program working with adults. In my first few months, I panicked. Like many of us, I fell prey to my self-doubt and negative thoughts that I was not going to be an effective clinician. I believed that if I was not good at counseling right away, I was never going to be good at it. I was so sure that I was bad at my job that I got to the point of being uncertain if I was even suited for the field of mental health. Overcoming this mindset meant getting out of my beginner's mind and realizing that there are certain things in life that I had to practice at consistently if I wanted to get better. I had two options: walk away or to embrace the immense challenge of becoming a counselor. My challenge was and is learning to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's seeing every day of hard work as an opportunity to learn something new and be even more prepared for my clients. Each and every day, I thank my parents that they raised me to choose the latter. Mom and Dad, thank you for instilling in me a strong work ethic and championing me and encouraging me even when I didn't believe in myself. I love you both immeasurably. And maybe you're struggling with something similar. Your familiar pattern of just getting by isn't working anymore, and you're wondering what to do. My hope is that you will choose the far harder and ultimately more rewarding task of embracing the challenge to be better. Let's strive to be the ones who walk the walk and talk the talk, who look at the hard work in front of us and choose to face it, embrace it, and use it to improve ourselves. I am someone who does not like to ask for help often. I relished in the idea of being strong enough to do everything by myself. However, as a graduate student who had a full-time internship, full-time school schedule, work, and wanted to make time for friends and a social life, my plate was full. And there were probably times, more often than not, during my graduate program that I should have asked for some help. Asking for help meant that I was vulnerable to another person's words and actions, and I often chose to keep things to myself out of fear of appearing exposed. When keeping myself in that pattern no longer seemed like a viable solution, I had to learn that asking for help did not make me a weak person. If this sounds similar to what you are experiencing, please know and be encouraged by the fact that your feelings matter. You matter, and there is no shame in asking for help. I had to rise to the challenge and deal with my struggle with vulnerability. As someone who is working in the field of mental health, I implore you to reflect on the reasons why reaching out might be so difficult. Embrace the village of family, friends, professors, advisors, and the like who gather around you to support you and encourage you. Maybe it's easier for you to deal with everything on your own. When you become the type of person who embraces challenge, the far harder task of reaching out for help suddenly seems attainable. I will leave you with this. What defines us as people is how we respond to challenge. If nothing else has stuck today, I hope this has. Be the type of person who values hard work and sees it as a daily opportunity to improve. Do not become complacent with comfortability, and reach out if you need help. Be the people who are bold enough to be vulnerable, strong enough to ask for help, and brave enough to rise to your challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha, for those wonderful and powerful words. Our undergraduate speaker today is Paige Sorensen of Plymouth, Minnesota. She has earned a Bachelor of Arts with majors in music and environmental studies and minors in biology and social justice, and has just released her first album. Please join me in welcoming Paige.
Thank you, President Hopi. Sitting here this morning, many thoughts are certainly coursing through your minds, other than the rain, I'm sure. The last 4 years at this school have led to this singular moment in time, graduation. The emotions we're all feeling today are a combination of countless memories, adversity, and triumphs that have been unique to each personal journey. While you may feel as though your journeys are just beginning, the reality is we've accomplished something spectacular. Congratulations, you can finally take a breath. As we reflect upon the time that we spent here, many aspects come to mind. Whether you were an athlete, commuter, student worker, member of a club, musician, or any other type of student, your experience was most certainly a unique one. However, the beautiful quality of this institution is its affinity to unite each individual experience into one large community through what I like to call the Merrimack Effect. The Merrimack Effect is the ambiance you feel when stepping onto campus, one that with its small-scale, community-focused atmosphere makes it virtually impossible to roam the paths of campus without seeing a friendly face. And the fact is, everyone sitting here knows precisely what I'm referring to. This phenomenon is a characteristic that cannot be found elsewhere, something that Merrimack has a habit of collecting. Beyond the atmosphere, this college places an emphasis on forging personal connections among students, faculty, and members of the community that contain real substance and depth, a characteristic that's not only exclusive to the Merrimack experience, but will also translate directly into every part of our lives moving forward. Nonetheless, the most important thing that Merrimack has provided us with is the opportunity to partake in many firsts, something that's essential to the college experience. The first time everyone stepped foot on this campus, we possessed the same level of inexperience, fear of the unknown, and excitement of taking on the next stage in life. For many of us, it was the first time we had ever been away from our homes, away from our families, and away from the comforts of our hometowns. No matter the reasons you had for attending Merrimack, the fact is, we all did it alone, together. The beauty of the blank slate we each began with is the limitless nature of what's been possible for us, and what resulted is exactly what you've chosen to make of it throughout your time here. I came to Merrimack just like everyone else, uncertain yet eager, clueless yet confident, and immature yet prepared, just hoping I made the right decision about what seemed like the biggest choice in life thus far. As a quintessential Minnesotan girl, I was drawn from over 1,000 miles away to an institution that offered great promise and great opportunity. It's here that I'd like to thank the people responsible for my success. If it were not for my loving parents and family, who have been my greatest fans throughout all of these years and who supported my decision to pursue an athletic and academic career so far from home, none of this would have been possible. And to my coaches, who were responsible for introducing me to a New England college I had never even heard of, to acting as a second set of parents for us all, and providing me with the opportunity to create a lasting legacy, I say thank you. In the fall of 2015, Merrimack College announced the establishment of their very own Division I women's ice hockey team. As one of the inaugural members, I took a leap of faith on a school halfway across the country and on an ice hockey program with no history, no insight from previous players, and no guarantee of eventual success. In retrospect, it must have been quite challenging to market a non-existent team to prospective recruits, yet somehow everything fell into place. What began as years of low expectations by our competitors, disappointment, loss, and high turnover of teammates transformed into a story of success. After only winning 4 games our inaugural season with a group of unacquainted rookies, we blossomed into a close-knit family with a winning record and playoff experience. The lesson of this story proves universal. What begins as uncharted territory with unfamiliar peers is quickly converted into unforgettable experiences with lifelong friends, a direct result of taking a leap of faith. Now, here we are 4 years later. What was once an institution with only 2 Division I teams is now a complete Division I college beginning in the fall of 2019. Proving yet again that Merrimack and all who attend are on an endless pursuit of excellence. This pursuit of excellence extends beyond simply athletics, as many may confirm. Academically, Merrimack continues to pioneer new ways to help each student shape their experience according to their interests and aspirations, something I was able to encounter firsthand. Music is a subject that I've always had a deep passion for. Whether it was soaking up every music class imaginable or participating in as many music ensembles as time would allow, I always sought to surround myself with the arts since the first day I stepped foot on campus. So, it was only fitting that I declared a music minor to accompany my lifelong passion. However, when I found that my minor was quickly satisfied and few untapped opportunities remained ahead, I was left with a feeling of discontent and unfulfillment. Through a combination of a devoted professor by the name of Laura Moore Pruitt, to whom I owe many thanks for her unconditional support, a self-designed major proposal, and institutional encouragement, I became the first music major at in Merrimack history. and as a result, provided a model for a new major at Merrimack that has now been recognized school-wide. At a college that wholeheartedly encourages and supports new endeavors, students are inspired to take new leaps of faith. College can be thought of as a collection of these leaps of faith. With no one to guide us in our journey other than ourselves, we have to trust that the decisions we have made along the way eventually lead us to personal fulfillment and a sense of accomplishment. Well, the mere fact that we are all sitting here today validates this notion. You've made it. As we close this chapter of our lives and begin to craft a brand new one, there'll be many more firsts to come. Whether you're furthering your education, pursuing a professional career, or choosing to take an alternate path in life, it should be comforting to know that Merrimack has prepared us to be successful in our pursuits. The foundation we've created here is one that has been formed through close personal relationships, trial and error, and immeasurable hard work. While it may seem daunting at the moment, this foundation is one that will continue to support us in all of our endeavors. Through everything we've experienced and accomplished at Merrimack, we should each hold our heads high, knowing confidently that we have been prepared for lifetime success. Though it may sound cliche, with all of the many firsts ahead, each of us will enlighten minds, engage hearts, and empower lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige, for those heartfelt remarks. Paige and Samantha, congratulations for all you have achieved. I look forward to your lifelong engagement as members of the Merrimack College community. I now have the honor of introducing this year's keynote speaker. Jeffery Salenko is a journalist, author, and visionary who, as much as anyone, has helped us think differently about higher education and its future. He has engaged students, families, educators, and the general public in a great discourse about how colleges work and how it should. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Merrimack College, Jeff Selingo.
Thank you, President Hopi. Greetings to esteemed trustees, distinguished faculty, and proud parents who did so much to help these graduates reach this day. I feel your joy and your relief. Hello, friends, relatives, some of those bored little brothers and sisters out there, and a shout out to everyone in the family who couldn't make it today, but hopefully they sent a check. And congratulations to you, the graduates. It's awesome that you reached this day, having survived demanding professors, tough assignments, and walking to class in the freezing cold from Lot M. Sadly, you have to say a teary farewell to Lot M and everything else you loved about Merrimack. Late nights at the apartments, bagels at Perfectos, using Dunkin' Donuts styrofoam cups to hide your favorite beverage while skipping classes and hanging out with friends, Sparkies, and I know many of you will miss Yerman. Yerman at the Den, who I'm told seemed to care about each of you and who always gave you that free fountain drink with your swipe. Class of 2019, I'm honored to speak to you. I spend more time thinking and writing about higher education than a normal, healthy person should, so I know that Merrimack is on a roll. We're gathered here in Duane Stadium, home of the Warriors, including the men's lacrosse Division II contenders for the national championship next week. And of course, the first-time Northeast 10 Women's Lacrosse Conference champions. Duane, Crow, and our city have all opened since you arrived as freshmen. I probably should just tell President Hopi you probably should put a dome on the stadium. Maybe next year. Merrimack also joined the nation's top 50 schools ranked by U.S. News, and you were green-lighted for Division I in the NCAA. And you even got a mascot with a sword, a pointy hat, and is that a skirt on the mascot? President Hopi, the faculty and staff here are doing something great. You enter the real world with a Merrimack degree that is soaring. So speaking of the real world, many of you have a dream, and you're already on your way to achieving it with an internship, job, or graduate school. Kudos to you. You got your fountain drink with that, as Yerman might say, and you're off to the races. However, some of you might be struggling with your dream, or you may not know your dream yet. And my message to you today is don't worry. You've spent most of your lives in school following rubrics, responding to prompts, and bubbling in little circles. So it's natural if you now feel uncertain, a bit without direction, like you're still searching. But take heart. You're entering a world of work that is rapidly changing, rewarding those who search, adapt, and search anew. In this new world, individuals can have 2, 3, or half a dozen careers before they reach 40. Searching for and pursuing new dreams is an advantage, not a liability. In other words, you're going to be fine. I went to college sometime between when humans first walked upright and the invention of the iPhone. But I'll tell you that even in my own era, it was okay to be uncertain, to change direction, and try out new dreams. Now, I'm 5'8", I weigh about 160 pounds, and I've never been accused of being the most handsome or the most commanding guy in a room. So naturally, my dream when I started college was to become, get this, a network broadcast journalist. But as I ticked off all the requirements to become a broadcast journalism, I discovered I wasn't very good at it, especially when compared to a friend who was natural and turned heads. So because of this, I changed my focus to print journalism, and I landed a fellowship at the Arizona Republic when I graduated from college. My first day at the Arizona Republic, the business editor looked at me and she said, "You're young, you must know something about technology. You're now going to be our technology reporter." Now, it wasn't my dream to become a technology reporter, and indeed, I didn't even know it was a job. But in hindsight, it was an amazing experience because I got to do some of the first news reports on this weird new thing called the internet. Now, that internship led to a full-time job at a small newspaper and eventually led to the Chronicle of Higher Education, and today to becoming an author. Now, none of those steps followed from my dream of a career in broadcast journalism. Now, I have appeared as a guest on ABC and CBS News, so in some ways, I realized that dream. And as for my friend who was already talented at the age of 18, things worked out for him pretty well as well. His name is David Muir, and tonight he's anchor of ABC World News tonight. So if you're like him and you've been committed to your dream since your first year here at Merrimack, you can follow him to your own success. But if you're like me and hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of graduates from college this year, you can change your dream. It's okay. And I believe it's actually ideal for these times. Graduates, you're about to enter an economy with unemployment at a 50-year low, which means you're going to have great choices after graduation. But there's a deeper force at work in this economy. There is an emergence of a new world of work where freelancing and contracting are the norm, and where full-time 9-to-5 positions are the exception. In this new world, artificial intelligence and automation Occupations come and go into being. They expand and contract in a blink. The career ladder is on its way out, and instead of climbing a ladder, professionals hop on and off multiple career pathways, following their needs and what the market demands. This is sometimes called what we refer to as the gig economy, and it's often cast as a dark force. But I believe it offers freedom and fulfillment to those who play to its strengths. That has been my experience as a charter member, having worked as an independent author for nearly a half a decade. I and my colleagues in this gig economy, we work from our homes or from co-working spaces like WeWork that provide us a sense of community. We don't try to score points with our bosses, since in many cases, we don't have bosses. But instead, we rely on each other for improvement. We don't drag ourselves into cubicles, but we connect from our homes and coffee shops around the globe. We live by our own schedules, we set our own goals, we decide our own pay, and yes, sometimes we even spend our whole day working in our pajamas. So it can be scary and hard being on your own, but it's also empowering and electrifying. I read a McKinsey global study recently that estimated 20 to 30% of workers in the West are independent, and most so because they choose to be independent over traditional jobs. You are entering a workforce at a time when the average human knowledge doubles every 13 months. Every 13 months. Incredible. But it's even more incredible, according to IBM, that this information will soon double every 11 hours. Every 11 hours. So how can you succeed in this new world? Again, what will help you are those very same feelings of uncertainty and searching that you may be experiencing at this very moment. So I have some advice for you as you're thinking about this uncertain world you're about to face. First, embrace your searching mindset. Transform it from a weakness into a strength by becoming more flexible than your peers, by being continually curious, and by committing to a lifetime of learning. Second, embrace your uncertainty. The more comfortable you get with it, the better you'll deal with the ambiguities of the new world of work. You'll learn to shape yourself and your skills rather than worry about outside forces you can't control. You'll get that fountain drink and in a flavor you probably never tasted before. A third piece of advice: focus on the work that is most meaningful to you. And if you don't know what that is, keep trying to discover it. While editing the Chronicle of Higher Education, I decided to make many changes, and my boss, the owner, disagreed, and we parted ways. I was 38 years old, and I was devastated. After much questioning of myself, I decided I still wanted to cover higher ed. I swallowed my pride, and I stepped down from supervising reporters to becoming one. My new title, freelancer, offered little prestige, little money, and no job security. But as I cranked out stories, the idea emerged of bringing together my insights into a book, leading to my best-selling book in 2013 called College Unbound. It was an unexpected bestseller, and 6 years later, I'm now working on my fourth book. And I'm happy that I stuck with what I love, covering higher education as a journalist. While reporting my most recent book, There Is Life After College, I met many people like you in the audience today, people in their 20s. And many of them took what they thought were temp jobs as baristas or nannies when they discovered themselves stuck in those jobs 2, 3, or 5 years after commencement. A survey I commissioned found that the wanderers, or the stragglers, as I called them in my books, fell way behind the sprinters in the book, who insisted on working in their chosen field, even if the job was low rank and didn't pay well. If you don't know what makes you happy, never stop looking for it. If you do know, do that thing. And even if you feel like you're on the wrong world, take the next exit. For me, diving deep into my passion of higher ed has distinguished me from all the other writers and authors out there who are generalists. You may not know the work that is most meaningful to you yet, but again, that's fine. But if you keep searching and don't settle, you're going to be rewarded. You'll feel like you belong to yourself, the network of friends and colleagues that you've brought together, and to your own future. Now, whether you pursue work in the gig economy or the traditional one, your new life is going to come with a lot of tough decisions. Should you take that new job? Should you move to that new city, Netflix or HBO? If you feel like the stakes are high and that if you made the wrong decision, you feel sometimes that your life is going to be ruined. Now, personally, I would choose HBO over Netflix, but that's probably tough now that the Game of Thrones is ending. But seriously, I agonized over many decisions in my life when I left college. And one of them was not too far from here when I agonized about taking a job at the Boston Globe. Now, at the time, this is about 10 years ago, the Globe had a stellar reputation under its legendary editor, Marty Baron, who was lionized in the movie Spotlight. Now, Marty and his staff made me an attractive offer, but I was unsure and I turned it down. They were upset. In fact, one editor there yelled at me and told me I was going to die at the Chronicle. Now, life moved on, and one day I found myself at a conference with Marty Baron, who had just become editor of the Washington Post, where I now live. I was still pained by the episode, and I tried to avoid him. So you could imagine my surprise when he buttonholed me and said, "Things worked out pretty well for you, didn't they?" We had a nice chat, and he invited me to write a column for the Washington Post, something I'm still writing for today. And you know what? I'm reaching many more readers than I would have reached at the Boston Globe. So my point is this: tough decisions rarely have the life and death consequences they seem to threaten. In fact, I usually found out that what I thought was a really bad decision actually proved to be a really good decision, but in a way I could have never have foreseen, like turning down a newspaper job only to get a column in a much better one. So whatever your path in the coming years, your own tough decisions are likely to have unexpected and unexpectedly good consequences. It just may take time. I urge you to have patience. Whether you're pursuing your dream now, figuring it out as you go, climbing the corporate ladder, or building yourself a radically new one, and in all your decisions, small and large, be patient, optimistic, and yes, have a little faith. The sun will come out eventually. You might not get that free fountain drink throughout your life, so I hope you enjoyed it. But especially on this day of joy and celebration, that drink might just be a mojito or your other favorite drink instead. Thank you, graduates of Merrimack College, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Thank you, Mr. Selingo, for those thought-provoking insights. Your message will resonate and inspire these young men and women as they consider how to best serve their communities and humanity. I thank you for the gift you have shared with us today. At commencement, we recognize not only all that our graduates have achieved as students, but also what they will accomplish as educated and engaged citizens of the world. Each year, the college invites a select few to become honorary members of the graduating class. outstanding men and women who serve as examples to which we all can aspire. This year, we present three whose deep devotion to humanity and community embodies the words of St. Augustine. Find out how much God has given you, and from it take what you need. The rest is needed by others. On behalf of Merrimack College and its trustees, I will now bestow the highest distinction of this institution on our honorary degree recipients. I ask Mary Franco, member of our Board of Trustees, to please escort the candidate forward.
President Hopi and members of the Board of Trustees, may I present Deborah Jackson for the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Affairs.
Deborah Jackson, engaged citizen of Greater Boston, public servant, healthcare pioneer, and higher education leader. You began your career in healthcare policy and through that work became an executive director of the Roxbury Community Health Center, one of the country's most established community-based health centers, providing life-saving access to those who need it most. You expanded your sphere of influence by taking on the presidency of Morgan Memorial Goodwill Industries, helping to change the lives of thousands by teaching and empowering independence and self-determination. Your commitment to the betterment of children and families was evident through your work as a senior vice president for community service at Boston Children's Hospital and as the Grant Initiatives Program Overseer at the Boston Foundation. For a decade, you served at the American Red Cross of Massachusetts, expanding the coverage area of that critically important community service organization by providing hope and support to over 6 million people of the Commonwealth. You have also served on numerous boards of community, nonprofit, and for-profit entities, sharing your deep wisdom and abiding compassion at the highest levels of Massachusetts corporate and charitable circles. As the former CEO of Eastern Bank said about your service, when a lot of us are spending time deliberating the trees, she's often the one that gets us to pick our heads up and consider the forest. And in 2011, you were named president of Cambridge College, an important institution of higher education serving working adults and particularly communities of color throughout the greater Boston area. For all of these roles and for so many more, Charlie Baker, the governor of the Commonwealth, named you one of the heroes in real life. Deborah Jackson, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Merrimack College and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby bestow upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Affairs with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Trustee Franco, will you please place on Dr. Jackson the hood signifying her honorary doctorate as I present her with her diploma. I ask Alfred Ossity, Chairman of our Board of Trustees, to please escort the candidate forward.
President Hopi, members of the Board of Trustees, may I present Lawrence Parmesan for the honorary degree of Doctor of Engineering.
Lawrence Parmesan, real estate leader, developer of the Merrimack Valley, generous spirit, loyal son of Merrimack College. Your life's journey has taken you from the halls of Merrimack College to the heights of corporate success and charitable giving. Throughout your life, you exhibited all the traits that exemplify what it means to be a true son of Merrimack, providing others a helping hand and giving back to your region and to your faith community. And now, a third generation of your family has earned a Merrimack diploma, and your devotion to your alma mater has spanned as many generations as your large and loving family. As a leader of one of the largest housing and corporate development firms in the region, you have guided thousands in finding their forever homes. You have created value for hundreds of clients seeking access to real estate, capital resources, and markets, while providing strong advice and counsel that has positioned your new firm, Palmer Asset Management, as a leader in financing and acquiring commercial and multifamily real estate. You have brought your professional experience back to Merrimack College, where as a trustee, you ably assisted in the development of our science and engineering facility. You were an early supporter of Merrimack's Gold Key Scholarship Fund, helping so many deserving students achieve their dreams of a college education. And you were presented with the St. Augustine Award to honor a life of sharing your time and resources to the benefit of this college and of Catholic education in the Merrimack Valley. Your sage advice, even today, helps the leadership of this institution and me as president especially. Today, we honor you for a lifetime of service to this college and this community. Lawrence Palmisano, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Merrimack College and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby bestow upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Engineering with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Chairman Astley, will you please place on Dr. Palmisano the hood signifying his honorary doctorate as I present him with his diploma. I ask Jack Boyce, member of the Board of Trustees, to please escort the candidate forward.
President Hopi and members of the Board of Trustees, I am proud to present Jeffery Salenko for the honorary degree of Doctor of Education.
Jeffery Salenko, respected journalist and editor, best-selling author, visionary futurist, highly sought-after innovator. For decades, beginning as a reporter at the Chronicle Higher Education, you've explained the college world to the American public, delving deep into such topics as the future of education, students embarking on their higher education journey, and the jobs of tomorrow. You have written 3 books on higher education at Arizona State University, and are soon to publish a 4th, offering practical advice for parents and students seeking to maximize their higher education experience and move from college into the workplace. While informing the general public, you are also schooling the higher education community on how to create a new path to strength and prominence. At Arizona State University, you founded the Academy for Innovative Higher Education Leadership, a partnership with Georgetown University that works to benefit college students by training the next generation of college and university leaders. The curriculum you helped develop pushes higher education leaders to consider the future differently through the process of design thinking, an innovative technique that will change the course of higher education and its leadership for years to come. As a visiting scholar at the Century for 21st Universities at Georgia Tech, you inform an academic enterprise that develops and tests new educational platforms and techniques to create optimal student outcomes. Your unwavering commitment to and passion for higher education and its ability to change lives is further evident through your personal role in higher education governance as a trustee of your alma mater, Ithaca College. Your life's work points to a brighter future for American higher education, for institutions with the courage to change, and for families with the will and skill to demand what their students deserve. Jeffery Salenko, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Merrimack College and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby bestow upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Education with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Trustee Boyce, will you please place on Dr. Salenko the hood signifying his honorary doctorate as I present him with his diploma. Please join me in a round of applause for our honorees. Students, faculty, family, friends, and guests. This is the moment for which you have been waiting, the reason we have all assembled today. I ask our Provost, Dr. Alan Weatherwax, to rise and come forward for the conferral of degrees.
President Hopi, the degrees will now be conferred in order. President Hopi, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled and others have qualified in all respects for the degrees in course. They have successfully completed curricula offered by Merrimack College and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
Dr. Sean Condon, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, please present your candidates.
Will the candidates for Master of Science, Master of Public Affairs, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts degree in the School of Liberal Arts please rise?
Liberal arts students, rise. There you go.
Liberal arts. Okay. Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Science, Master of Public Affairs, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts in the School of Liberal Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, Master of Public Affairs, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated. Dr. Isabel Cherney, Dean of the School of Education and Social Policy, please present your candidates.
Will the candidates for the Certificate Advanced Graduate Studies, Master of Science, Master of Education, Bachelors of Science, or Bachelor of Arts in the School of Education and Social Policy please rise? Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies, Master of Science, Master of Education, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts degree in the School of Education and Social Policy.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I confer upon you the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies, Master of Arts, Master of Education, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated. Dr. Cynthia McGowan, Dean of the School of Science and Engineering, please present your candidates.
Candidates for the degree of the Master of Science, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts in the School of Science and Engineering, please rise. Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees of Master of Science, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts in the School of Science and Engineering.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated. Dr. Catherine Ussoff, Dean of the Girard School of Business, please present your candidates.
Candidates for the degree of Master of Science or Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in the Girard School of Business, please rise. Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Science or Bachelor of Science in the Girard School of Business.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science or Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated. Dr. Kyle McGinnis, Dean of the School of Health Sciences, please present your candidates.
Candidates for the degree Master of Science or Bachelor of Science in the School of Health Sciences, please rise. Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree Master of Science or Bachelor of Science in the School of Health Sciences.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science or Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated. Faculty, family, and friends, please join me in congratulating our 2019 graduates. Dr. Laura Hsu, Dr. John Lyon, Dr. Catherine Nielsen, and Father Richard Payette, will you come forward to read the names of the new graduates as our academic deans present the diplomas. Marshals, please bring forward the graduates so they may receive their degrees in course.
From the School of Education and Social Policy, Andrea Ray Kathleen Ahern. Rana Kadiri Alzubi. Darany, Taylor, Andujar.
From the Girard School of Business, Andrew Arcity.
Olivia C. Arnson.
Nicholas Francis Arndt.
Maria Luisa Arzu.
Hope Barrow.
Caleb Bay.
Jeremy Roger Blake Johnson.
Callie Bateson.
Joseph P. Denning.
Elizabeth Bedortha.
Carol Ann DeMaty.
Sarah Birnbaum.
Peter Charles Hastings.
Alicia Bodanza.
Glenn R. Hiltpold.
Drew Joseph Bordeaux.
Sheen N. Huang.
Anne Sartori Brzezinski.
Jessica Corey.
Sarah Elizabeth Broderick.
Lauren Kinton.
Chelsea Marie Brown.
Romya Kornipati.
Melissa C. Brown.
Charbel Simon Laham.
Caitlin Marie Barnard.
Madison Paige Langloy.
Alexandra Lee Callanan.
Rachel Lewis McKelkin.
Ashley Nicole Callis.
Tristan Callie McNeil.
Victoria Carson.
Patrick Joseph Mykis.
Victoria Elizabeth Carter.
Matthew Dennis Nicholson.
Danielle Casey.
Giuseppina Panello.
Sarah Ann Casey.
Morgan Lee Phipps.
Megan Courtney Chait.
Justin Preventure.
Catherine Chandler.
Adriana Ranieri.
Paige Clark.
Eric James Souza.
Caroline Martell Clinton.
Shelby Morgan St. Cyr.
Samantha M. Kokove.
Michael James Whalen.
Derek Jeremiah Cole. Molly, Elizabeth Condon.
From the School of Health Sciences, Patrick A. Allen.
Cassandra Connolly.
Jamilio Kennedy Elmonte.
Sean William Kevin Connors.
Caitlin Jean Arsenault.
Sheila Rebecca Cook.
Adam Barcelo.
Yina Lisa Cordero.
Shannon Grace Beatty.
Jennifer Alexis Coronado.
Allison Bencart.
Eleni Kufos.
Tashana Marie Brown.
Theodora Bryn Cowden.
Angelica Lynn Calderon.
Abigail Rose Crossley.
Caitlin Marie Callanan.
Taylor Ann Cuccinati.
Bradford Thomas Carney.
Kathleen Joan Cunningham.
Kevin P. Cicio.
Samantha J. DeMillam.
Try that again. Samantha Frost Crowley.
Matthew Wallace Delaney.
Nicole A. Douglas.
Alexandra Marie Delano.
Shara Hope Dowling.
Elizabeth Dever.
Patrick Xavier Dugan.
Leanne Priscilla DeMaro.
Kelby Ann Enos.
Emily Nicole Dion.
Allison Marie Fisher.
Catherine DePietro.
Cody Scott Fitzgerald.
Maria Natalina Docton.
Madeline Marie Fitzpatrick.
Zachary Joseph Drown.
Alden Joseph Fontana.
Deanna Jacqueline Doobie.
Peter Franco.
Allie R. Dumont.
Franciella Golden.
Ashley Duran.
Gregory D. Grinnell.
Allison Christine Edwards.
Ashley Nicole Hall.
Jasmine E. Ellis.
Jeffrey S. Hines.
Alexa Emma.
Casey O'Brien Hewitt.
Kaylee Christina Erickson.
Victoria Constantinos Himeris.
Lance Thomas Faria.
Jennifer Rose Holman.
Rihanna Paige Fasanello.
Garrett R. Hudson.
Beth M. Federico.
Michael Windsor Hunter.
Jessica Feiner.
Madison Yalbert.
Megan Finnegan.
Colleen Marie Jenkins.
Nicole Kathleen Fundaro.
Clifford McKendall Joseph.
Jasmine Corin Garver.
Joshua M. Caddy.
Ashley Michelle Gendreau.
Erin Murray Kaminsky.
Lisa Annette Gentili.
Riley C. Kane.
Julie Ann Gormley.
Alana Christine Cady.
Courtney Paige Graffio.
Nicole A. LaPierre.
Randa Paige Griffin.
Kayla Rose LaPierre.
Morgan Ilana Hakala.
Kara Danielle Lavershoe.
Kelly Hardy.
Robin Lee Leibowitz.
Patrice J. Hanahan.
Shannon Amber Lee.
Kirsten Marie Hoey.
Anthony Romeo Lupi.
Benjamin Horgan.
Stephen Lynham.
Ann Noel Hudson.
Michael Majensky.
Brittany Hunt.
Gabrielle McGrath.
Lauren Johnson.
Courtney McTagg.
Danielle Raw.
Eliana Frey Miller Cohen.
Louis Cass.
Nicholas Alexander Matrano.
Christina M. Lannon.
Danica Marie Moore.
Haley LaBelle Stephen.
Aaron Leigh Mullen.
Alexandria Jakes LeBlanc.
Danielle Marie Murray.
Erin Catherine Lysing.
Elizabeth Natalie.
Jeremy Liang.
April Pellegrini.
Daniel Looney.
Taylor Portolina.
Amanda J. Locke.
Sophie Rose Puente.
Olivia Lynn Lombardo.
Caitlin Ann Quigley.
Cassandra Marie Long.
Lindsay M. Roy.
Angela Marion Longo.
Evan M. Sartell.
Hannah Carney Lynch.
Alyssa Aaron Shade.
Nicole Lowe.
Julie Lynn Schmidt.
Gabrielle Martello.
Shannon McKinley Smith.
Sarah Rafaela McAllister.
Richard Alfred Smith.
Elizabeth M. McCloskey.
Kelly Sorge.
Megan Regan McCoy.
Trent Nicholas Talmage.
Casey Shayla McKay.
Caitlin May Thomas.
Kevin Brian McPherson.
Madison A. Thompson.
Maria Jasmine Medina.
J.C. Baines Triendafalu.
Julia Rose Messier.
Eric Tweedy.
Catherine Griffiths Middleton.
Brandon Wickett.
Sean Modry.
Rachel Ann Ziner.
John Mulcahy.
From the School of Liberal Arts. Hannah Bailey Culleton.
Sarah Elizabeth Murphy.
Alicia A. Jambroni.
Brittany Murphy.
Samantha Faith Guerra.
Caitlin Elizabeth Murphy.
Timothy J. Hamlin.
Olga Mislaftosa Abud.
Pamela Jean Labar.
Aaron Nidbala.
Connor Lavery.
Amy Ann O'Brien.
Kristen Maines.
Brooke Nicole O'Leary.
Monique Nicole McNeil.
Suratani M. Parrish.
Jade Ariana Palladino.
Andres Perez.
Matthew Paul Baker.
Brian C. Perry.
Did I mention this was from the School of Science and Engineering? If I did not, my apologies. Ashley Forte Cook.
Michaela Pigeon.
Emil Davadkar.
Alexandra Nicole Polcari.
Heaton Duane.
Sheila Pollard.
Derek Yantumi Duchai.
Jennifer Prisco.
Srinivas Kashik Gundimida.
Erica Lee Prue.
Jeremy Gerard Houghton.
Stephen Joseph Ramuno.
Shijun Hugh.
Melanie M. Reagan.
Alini Mukai Van Dingsty.
Vioness Mabel Riccio.
John J. Augenfuss III.
Kayla Ann Marie Ramey.
Joseph Privatera.
Megan Richey.
Evan Kenneth Sermos Jr.
Malachi C. Robinson.
Nathan D. Snippis.
Vanessa Rodriguez.
Tori Nicole Thistle.
Jamileka Rojas.
Dana Murray Marks.
Catherine A. Rosario.
Dijon Dwayne Walker.
Suzanne Marie Rose.
Abraham Shiwarege Wold Mariam.
Elizabeth Ann Rose.
Karen M. Yasley.
Philodendron Prolane Russell. Elizabeth Salazar.
From the Girard School of Business, Tina M. Bansies.
Madison O'Connell Savage.
Christopher L. Pesco.
Sabrina Haley Sawyer.
Numan Suleiman.
Allison T. Scolastico.
Bailey Torrisi.
Shannon Rose Semenza.
Jared P. Abernathy.
Ariane Seymour.
Christopher Augusto Acosta.
Alexandra Brianna Silva.
Max Joseph Alpert.
Kelsey Marie Silva.
Carly Alves.
Rachel Marie Simpson.
Michael Angelo Amato.
Taylor Ann Simpson.
Morgan Jennings Eames.
Alexandra Soros.
Daniel Amadan.
Danielle Stevens.
Hugo Andrade.
Allison P. Stewart.
Andrew Mark Anzalone.
Danielle Nicole Texera.
Ashley Agulovich.
Jonathan Joseph Terlaga.
Michael Robert Dunham Babcock.
Kira Lynn Terrell.
Matthew Salvatore Bafumi.
Paige Amber Tetrault.
Catherine Faith Baldy.
Lauren Elizabeth Thayer.
Ryan Barberdo.
Amy Marie Vachon.
Megan Shea Barrasso.
Meredith Waddick.
Timothy Patrick Barron.
Bailey Nicole Wagner.
Matthew Bayless.
Derek Thomas Wessel.
Derek R. Bedard.
Jamie Marie Willer.
Emma Rose Banasser.
Danielle Williams.
Jessica T. Bonfee.
Jeannie Marie Zani.
Leah Catherine Bonin.
Shannon Zellick.
Justin Fadi Bushrush.
Jeanette Zuluga.
Danielle Joseph Boudreau.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Thank you. From the School of Education and Social Policy, Cassandra Eliana Boutin.
Richard Alon Bourgeois Jr.
Krista Butner.
Shannon Grace Bro.
Rachel Ann Jula Conant.
Caitlin Ann Broderick.
Valerie Janine Colon.
Ashley Rose Brown.
Madison Taylor Credo.
John Anthony Bucari.
Samantha Lee DeSalvo.
Jessica Elizabeth Bungers.
Deanna Desforces.
Emily Ann Cabral.
Karine Emmanuel.
Joshua Joseph Kufawa.
Jessica Cordero Fonseca.
Jonathan Fernando Kafua.
Arlene Ford.
John Edwin Callahan.
Chelsea Ann Gavin.
Catherine Callahan.
Mary Palma Guzman.
Nicholas J. Kumeli.
Pamela Mary Guzman.
Michael Joseph Capistran.
Katie Renee Hamilton.
Courtney Marie Cardello.
Chelsea Stone Howell.
Alex J. Carl.
Allison Paige LeBlanc.
Joseph G. Carter.
Jenna Ruth LeBlanc.
Michael Alon Chambers.
Caitlin Denise Lamoli.
Rachel Lynn Chalowinski.
Sarah Rose Laughlin.
Victoria Lauren Christensen.
Maria Isabel Maldonado.
Aralina Clemente.
Marissa Lynn Martell.
Devin Owen Clemens.
Jennifer A. Martin.
Caitlin M. Clifford.
Shannon James McAdam.
Emily Clifford.
Philip Thomas Miller III.
Ryan Charles Colina.
Delaney Catherine Morrissey.
Matthew Connors.
Kayla Darby Noyes.
Trevor Francis Cooley. Samuel Lewis Cooper.
Tanachan Non.
Daniel Timothy Cottonor.
Tara Christina Osgood.
Tyler C. Craig.
Amanda Wallette.
Michael Patrick Crosby Jr.
Jessica Ferrenti.
John P. Curtin Jr.
Henry Rodriguez.
Mark Devin Davidson. Morgan Rose DeBolt.
Jacqueline Ann Rusin.
Jack Philip DeCoste.
Blanca Valencia.
Michael Ronald DeWan.
Laura Maria Jepes.
Albert Thomas DeVincent.
Jessica Christine Zins.
Cameron Austin Dezak.
Amanda Sue Alcox.
Jake M. Dillon.
Nicole Marie Amalfinato.
Valerie DeStefano.
Dana Marguerite Angelou.
Alejandro Doherty.
Christopher Bender.
William James Donahue.
Melissa Catherine Bennett.
Cameron George Dumani.
Lindsay Brooke Bjorkman.
Mitchell James Druckdor.
Jillian Marie Bladia.
Autumn Dubal.
Kelsey May Blood.
Caroline Elizabeth Duffy.
Delaney Lee Brandon.
Seamus Christopher Egan.
Ariana Rochelle Bueno.
Rashid Elias El Kuli.
Takina Catchwimwell.
Andrew Elston.
Madison Hope Camarada.
Haley Marie Fay.
Lauren Rebecca Campbell.
Anthony Daniel Federico.
Maria Elizabeth Campo.
Amber Feminella.
Julia Casales.
Jamie Fitzgerald.
Bridget Kathleen Cobb.
Brendan M. Flynn.
Maria Francis Costa.
Benjamin Flynn.
Madeline A. Cox.
Madison Fotino.
Tori Jean Daigle.
Kaylin Marie Frazier.
Mary Kathleen DeFrancisco.
Christopher Gage.
Rory Ambrose Deschenans.
Anthony Garbarnio.
Norway Olivia Dolan.
Sean Gatsoginas.
Patrick Thomas Donovan.
Kyle P. Gavin.
Chantal Marie Dumont.
Benjamin Gillespie.
Joseph Richard Feeney.
Kevin Michael Goncalves.
Stephanie Feliciano.
Brett A. Grady.
Morgan Sarah Fitzgerald.
Sean Grandboys.
Kristen Elizabeth Ford.
Ariana Christine Graziano.
Courtney Lee Generous.
Andrew Vincent Grinnell.
Stephanie Marie Guy.
Michael P. Grisey.
James Richard Hill.
Danielle Christine Gutierrez.
Andrew Ross Jose.
Michael Haley.
Olivia Isabel Joyle.
Leah Elizabeth Hart.
Haley Lynn Caderes.
Cameron Hayes.
Samuel Kirk.
Matthew Hemian.
Matthew Joseph Knight.
Joseph E. Higgins.
Brian Michael Kozlowski.
Jacob Paul Howes.
Amelia Rose Craiklick.
Timothy Allen Huggins.
Brian Jeffrey Landgren.
Jillian Marie Hussey.
Ryan Joseph Lane.
Marissa Michelle Yalcoviello.
Brianna LeConte.
Sheehan Ricardo James.
Talia Annette Lepo.
John Andrew Jeffrey.
Janessa L. LaQuinn.
Connor P. Jennings.
Alexandra Marie Lucetti.
Calvin J. Johnston.
Carly J. Madalali.
Megan E. Jones.
Philia Regine Manu.
William George Keegan III.
Lauren Elizabeth Marcello.
Brian W. Kelly.
Devin Teresa Martin.
Patrick Joseph Kennedy.
Josh Damel Martinez.
Samuel King.
Anthony Mastrangelo.
Tyler Andrew Coranchis.
Amanda Rose Mazzarella.
Cameron James Krause.
Caitlin Erin McBride.
Jessica Lee Coleman.
Caitlin Evelyn McGowan.
Grant Michael Labute.
Taylor Marie McNeil.
Michelle Ina Laflamme.
Mary Beverly McNeil.
Timothy Lavoie.
Kaylee Marie McNicholas.
Michael J. Levitt.
Marianne L. McNulty.
Tyler J. LaBelle.
Christopher J. Meehan.
Alex John LeMarrier.
Rachel Marie Monette.
Ji Hangping Lee.
Keanu Mataroso.
Brianna Long.
Summer D. Mottram.
Kelly Marie Lynch.
Mackenzie Lynn Murphy.
Alexa Marie MacArthur.
Sable Elizabeth Muzi.
Mark Cecil McGlashing II.
Liliana May Newman.
Jake Robert Marion.
Brittany Alexis Norris.
Caitlin A. Marr.
Katarina Manya Omen.
David Hamilton Marshall.
Jamie Ann Patanaude.
Hannah L. Martin.
Rosemary Lee Raposa.
Alexia Renee Martin.
Mackenzie Ray Reagan.
Jackie S. Martin.
Corey Anthony Resendez.
Cameron Taylor Merrier. Hold up. Michaela Marie McCarthy.
Criminology. Caitlin Beth Ring.
Adrian Michael McCarthy Tiella.
Jacob Tyrell Robinson.
Maeve Elizabeth McGowan.
Abigail Catherine Rongioni.
Lida Ristusha Makwu.
Colby Merrill Ryan.
Kaylee Lynn McKenzie.
Dylan Thomas Salva.
Troy McLaughlin.
Julia Ann Sapienza.
Hannah Ray Miller.
Skylar Ann Schwartz.
Tegan Elise Mokus.
Erica Rose Scott.
Giuseppe Mollica.
Brianna Marie Sibio.
Cameron J. Monagle.
Michaela Elizabeth Shaw.
Dominic Leo Manzioni.
Anne Frances Spaulding.
Margaret Ann Mulligan.
Georgia Ann Stone.
Tara Dorothy Murphy.
Isabel Annalise Straw.
Brian William Murphy.
Avery William Taylor.
Tyler Christopher Murphy. Bradley Lawrence Myers.
Daniel J. Valerio.
Mordecai Nagar.
Brett Vichidamo.
Ryan C. Neary.
Sarah Ann Vita.
Amy Christine Nealon.
Kathleen Mary Witham.
DeAndre Eve Nonsent.
Kayla Nicole Yanakopoulos.
Bartholomew Davis O'Brien.
From the School of Health Sciences, Erin Eileen Blomberg.
David M. O'Byrne.
Daniel Charles Bonanno.
Nolan Patrick O'Hara.
Lauren Buttiglieri.
Nicholas Theodore William Oshesky.
Amanda Jean Kane.
Tyler Paquette.
Randy Joseph Castillo.
Craig Orlando Pantano.
Angela Marie Cheney.
Peter Gordon Pantanellis.
Megan Christensen.
Corey Richard Palillo.
Caitlin Elizabeth Schufel.
Dana Marie Papalardo.
Daniela Coleo.
Matthew Christopher Parisi.
Emily Margaret Contanen.
Quentin Maxwell Parsons.
Haley Ann Corbett.
Michael Robert Passatempo.
Jacqueline Alisa Kosha.
Shamar Paul.
Christopher James Crawley Jr.
Mark E. Piquer.
Emily Catherine Crow.
Madison McDonough Peltier.
Michael Cuesta.
Zach Penance.
Megan Catherine Curran.
Michaela Mary Purnell.
Olivia Frances Mary Dempster.
Lauren Person.
Catherine Rose Donnelly.
Derek J. Petty.
Ryan Taylor Drizzen.
Allison Kathleen Fair.
Samantha Ray Durand.
Stephen Robert Pizzarella.
Caitlin Barbara Durgan.
In a minute. Marlena Rose Plunkett.
Rachel Lee Irwin.
Matthew John Powers.
Nicole Alexandra Ferzolko.
Ashley Jessica Powers.
Olivia Marie Fitzgerald.
Javier Jacob Posnar.
Julia Elizabeth Flanders.
Pamela Taylor Princiotta.
Tiana C. Foglietta.
Danielle Louise Corsia.
Eric J. Godarovich.
Christopher Quinn.
Olivia R. Gillis.
Molly Rose Quinn.
Joshua Grover.
David Isaac Ramirez.
Gabrielle Ariana Gunther.
Connor James Reagan.
Bianca Maria Harty.
Derek Paul Reedy.
Haley Mae Hines.
Matthew Paul Restusha.
Catherine Teresa Horrigan.
Todd Albert Regini.
Hannah Catherine Johnson.
Patrick George Riley.
Colin James Keenan.
Callie Marie Santos. John Sava.
Sabrina M. Karafchuk.
Bridget Lauren Schofield.
Peter Lambert.
Danielle K. Schweitzer.
Ali Labari.
Marie Therese M. Samon.
Olivia Jane Levine.
Samantha Callahan Serio.
Brenna Ashley Little.
Morgan Margaret Sewell.
Allison Maria Luca.
Megan Maureen Shanley.
Paul J. Magazu.
Cherise Ashley Rhymes Shea.
Rachel Malieski.
Brian M. Shields.
Ariel Perry Marathas.
Rachel Marie Silverstein.
Kathleen Jordan Martin.
Spencer Scott Sloan.
Andrew Joseph Mastrangelo.
Kylie Nicole Smith.
Caitlin Mary Matthews.
James Joseph Smith.
Grace Ann McCambridge.
Aiden N. Smith.
Rachel Elizabeth McLaren.
Riley Norcross Sorensen.
Jillian Marie McNamara.
Matthew Sorkin.
Logan C. Menard.
Rose Marie Souza.
Celine Rhea Mende.
Kyle Joseph Stavelli.
Catherine Patricia Nacastro.
Hannah Stadola.
Jacqueline Pauline Nolan.
Brendan Sullivan.
Adrian P. O'Brien.
Kevin R. Sullivan.
Juliana Ruth Paluzzi.
Lars Sund.
Abby Marie Pardon.
Alexander M. Tasiopoulos.
Keisha N. Porter.
Jack Robert Taylor.
Lisa Radasi.
Jacob Taylor.
Caitlin Michelle Ray.
Edward Gavin Tierney.
Victoria Rose Raymond.
Derek Tinsley.
Marisa Ricciardi.
Taylor Lee Tudisco.
Samantha Lynn Ridgewell.
Catherine Zeta Torres.
Matthew James Rone.
Michael Travaglio Romeo.
Alexandra Marie Ryan.
Patrick Trenholm.
Lauren Elizabeth Scannell.
Eric Chapman Uhl.
Dominique Kimberly Scott.
Jake Vincent Vito.
Joseph Michael Shaughnessy.
Paige Mackenzie Voigt.
Taylor Marie Sweeney.
Corey Wasalo.
Christina Marie Terrazano.
Meredith Wedrow.
Emily Anna Therian.
Cameron Wilson.
Samantha Maureen Toll. Lauren Michelle Trepany.
From the School of Science and Engineering, Manar Azar Abalawi.
Hallie Ray Tasuzini.
Christine Alcalde.
Christian Vega.
Mohammed Nu Ahawaj.
Emily Marie Volpe.
Tamim Abdulmohsen Al Hussein.
Lindsay Schofield Warner.
Abdullah Jamor Al Jamor.
Tasha Jane Michelle Wiptich.
Omar Al Raji.
From the School of Liberal Arts, Amy Estrastios.
Faisal Musad M. El Warda.
Elizabeth A. Johnson.
Amanda Cynthia Anair.
Olin Amber.
Peter Lawrence Atwood. Mahmoud A. Bagegni.
Katrina Elise Agniti.
Muhammad Bagajni.
Brendan Michael Albertson.
Brandon Thomas Baldwin.
Alyssa Ann Aldrich.
Lisa M. Barbaro.
Carl Frederick Anderson IV. Jacqueline Baldwin.
Francis Loyo Barinwa.
Jillian Nicole Blanco.
Ryan James Baranowski.
Andrea S. Bokers.
Luis Felipe Bartolomeu.
Elizabeth Claire Bombard.
Samantha Bartouche.
Ryan Eldward Boulter.
Sophia Busari.
Jessica Rose Bradley.
Olivia Bihana.
Caroline Joan Bradley.
Samuel Allen Bitzer. Andrew Kevin Bouchard.
Rochelle Marguerite Brothers with Adriana.
Jolene V. Buchala.
Yep.
Sorry. Mark L. Budd.
Anthony Christopher Brown.
Ryan Burke.
Carolina Sabrina Brunetto.
Ryan Patrick Canty.
Margaret J. Byrne.
Matthew John Caruso.
Joseph Caparel.
Trevor Chimpa.
Brendan Carr.
Michael Cleary.
Denisha Josiah Carter.
Robert Anthony Camo.
Travis Lane Chimpa.
Shannon Mary Connolly.
Melissa Christine Clark.
Michael R. DeMild.
Taylor Kate Cogliano.
Abdul Gadir Wahid Jistani.
Nicholas S. Como.
Kevin Tiendo.
Isabella Connor.
Sakuri Dumas.
Victoria Lynn Dion Core.
Taylor Christine Eccleston.
Alyssa Ray Curate.
Jack Feehan.
Mary Teresa Irene Kazupi.
Matthew Joseph Fletcher.
Allison Dana.
Benjamin Joseph Fratello.
Stephanie Dardonis.
Matthew Christopher Garofalo.
Alyssa Davis.
Samantha Marie Geary.
Melanie Rose Dalmeda.
Mitchell Gant.
Matthew E. Dennison.
George Salim Garrig.
Megan Marie DeSaltes.
Matthew R. Gibbons.
Ashley Elizabeth Dodd.
David Jufrey.
Daniel Michael Neil Donnelly.
Ricardo Gonzalez.
Yanalis Fabian.
Marvin Miguel Gonzalez Romeo.
Patrick Finlay.
Patrick Joseph Grady.
Aaron Fisk.
Timothy John Grant.
Antonio Alexander Fowler.
Paola M. Gutierrez.
Samuel Francois.
Maxwell Hathaway.
Ryan Elizabeth Gagnon.
Heather Alicia Hills.
Julian Marie Galagani.
Zachary Hollins.
Nicole Marie Gattuso.
Tyler Hurd.
Michael Grant Gill.
Thomas P. Kelly.
Madeline Gillette.
Nicholas Andre Corey.
Sophia Rose Gorton.
Crystal D. Knight.
Ian Graves.
Emily Jane Kirkle.
Juliana Guarillo.
Kayla Marie Lang.
Catherine Kenyon Gooditz.
Patrick David Lanjul.
Jessica Lee Hannon.
Joseph Leary.
Andrew G. Hannon.
Melissa Sophia Lemmerhurt.
Sabrina Ashley Hartnett.
Justine M. Lavaki.
John Hay.
Zachary N. Limardo.
Nathaniel R. Hay.
Charles Anthony Lozides.
Samantha Rose Higgins. Sorry.
Megan Solange Martin.
Timothy Grayson Howard.
Sergio Martinez.
Byron Hullum.
Brett A. Mastrangelo.
Christina Jackson.
Ryan McIsaac.
Jesse Jones.
Cora Elizabeth McLean.
Cassandra Ann Kokoyanakis.
Emily Kuntia Miaz.
Shannon Catherine Kane.
Jessica Marie Mermelstein.
Timothy Keeney.
Jasmine C. Maribel.
Elizabeth Christine Keller.
Nicholas Martin Mirasol.
Jonathan Kenny.
McKenna Leon Moore.
Andrew Matthew Klim.
Isabella Marie Moreno.
Brom Cools.
Madison M. Morey.
Dominique Jolie Kramer.
Dylan Robert Murphy.
Sean Patrick Kucharski.
Nicole Elizabeth Nanoff.
Mary Grace Lantry.
Adam J. No.
Emma Helene Layden.
Ashley Mayanne Wynn.
Rebecca Lynn Legro.
Alec Dominic Nicotra.
Mary Bianca Levine.
Anela Omerovic.
John Randall Loud.
Brendan John O'Neill.
John Michael Lund.
Patrick Walsh Onesimo.
Michaela Macumber. Congrats, Mick.
Boston M. Petrie.
Michelle Alexis McPherson.
Abraham Perot.
Brianna Lynn Mahoney.
Karina Sanchez.
Jacob Malouf.
Matthew Richard Sansusi.
Angelica Marinelli.
Richard M. Santususo.
Maxwell J. Martson.
Salvatore L. Shortino.
Patrick Andrew McAvoy.
Mana Sefai.
Haley Marie McKeever.
Andrew J. Serino.
Megan McKenna.
Gianmarco Speroni.
Curtis Francis McLarney.
Brian Francis Stamford.
Ashley Elizabeth McLaughlin.
Ryan Stockwell.
Colleen Ann Montgomery.
Jonathan Alex Suporn.
Rachel Moss.
Erica Jean Tanzella.
Alana Mullen.
Jeffrey Tetro.
Amanda Nicole Marolo.
Cameron Tital.
Emily Needham.
Brian Robert Tyndall.
Olivia Grace Nicholson.
Nicholas Anthony Valenti.
Davini Elise Nocher.
Courtney Elizabeth Juliet Videchak.
Tyler Joseph Knoll.
Matthew Joseph Vinez.
Michael Christopher O'Connell.
Drew S. Vogler.
Allison Farrell O'Mara.
Francesca M. Weeks.
Kevin Francis O'Neill.
Joseph Raymond Westerman.
Peter John Pakowski.
Rebecca Wersbisky.
Madeline Nina Pedaloro.
Cheryl Ann Wilkinson.
Haley Alexandra Porker.
Riley Williams.
Alicia Penta.
Corino Yabukaki.
Samantha Need Pinio.
Delaney Rose Ewell.
Michaela Pounds. Daniel Prohl. Audrey Morgan Ramirez. Kayla Rini. Anthony Charles Richardson. Jared James Ridgway. Jennifer Lynn Robertson. Nicholas John Edward Roach. Matthew John Sanek. Stephanie Joy Sartori. Aiden Grace Scanlon. Rebecca Scott. Sarah O'Reilly Ciro. Cheyenne Skinner. Alex Slobin. Molly Margaret Smith. Paige Celine Sorensen. Ramses Stetch. Claudia Nicole Stevens. Samuel Tankel. Allison Carney Tarr. Garrett Michael Thomas. Robert Edward Tolan. Van Evenhoven. Sydney Taylor Van Evenhoven. Alex Mark Verveil. Ashley Vino. Melissa Kate Viger. Kiria Joy Vote. Daniel Thomas Park White. Mackenzie Ann Whitman. Brianna Ann Wickard. And finally, Amanda Marie Wiles.
Congratulations. I now have the privilege of introducing this year's recipient of the Edward G. Roddy Jr. Outstanding Teacher of the Year Award. It is named in honor of a long-time professor and historian of Merrimack College. This year's recipient has been cited for unwavering attention to individual learning, pedagogical innovation, and inspirational teaching and advising. He says he sees it as his responsibility to follow through on Merrimack's commitment to success and learning of every single student. He has been recognized by the college as a faculty fellow of the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning and as a Sam Pell Faculty Fellow. He teaches civil engineering, focusing on developing new tools and techniques to advance analysis and design of complex systems. This year's Roddy Award for Outstanding Teacher of the Year is presented to Dr. Sadeh Asghari.
The Merrimack Medal is awarded to a graduating student who reflects committed and outstanding service to the Merrimack College community throughout his or her undergraduate years. This year's recipient has a 3.942 GPA, majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry. She has served as co-chair of the Honor Student Council, a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and an event coordinator for the Office of Student Involvement. She is an academic mentor in our honors program and volunteered for the Animal Rescue League of New Hampshire. She intends to go to veterinary school, where we know she will continue to give 100% at every turn. It is my pleasure and my honor to present the 2019 Merrimack Medal to Nicole Nanoff.
I would like to thank Dr. Jeffery Salenko, speakers Samantha Carrera and Paige Sorensen for sharing their remarks with us, and all of our esteemed honorary degree recipients, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the faculty and college leadership, as well as distinguished guests, parents, and families for being here today to celebrate the graduates of 2019. Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck in your future endeavors. May God bless you. I now turn the program over to the Chief Marshal, Dr. Craig Looney.
Please rise. Father Raymond DeLugos will deliver the benediction.
May God, who has begun this good work in you, bring it to completion in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Congratulations to all our graduates and to their families. Members of the audience, please remain at your seats until the stage party. Or maybe not. I would like to invite everyone to join us at a reception outside the Merrimack Athletics Complex following this ceremony. I now declare the 69th commencement exercises of Merrimack College officially closed.
Thank you.